Coming up on the Daily Dime, D. Wade's MVP campaign continues. Speaking of Heat, Kevin Durant on fire for the Thunder, but was it enough against the Warriors? Plus, Kevin McHale leaving the boardroom for the sidelines. And, of course, our dunk of the night. Guess who?
This is Travers soaring in for a slam dunk of his own.
How pretty was that?
And there's the NBA's leading scorer, Dwayne Wade, and the Heat hosting the Bobcats Monday night. Pick it up third quarter. Wade pulls up from behind the arc and hits. Miami led it by 8. Later in the quarter, Emeka Okafor with the turnaround jumper on the baseline, 2 of his 19, and the Bobcats shaved the lead to 2. Fourth quarter now, Charlotte by 3, make it 6. Jason Richardson is wet from downtown. He had 24. Then later in the fourth, Wade takes over. Hard to the hoop, gets the layup to go. That tied things at 84. And then later, more from Wade. Posterizes Emeka Okafor. And worth another look, number 3, up high and down hard. He had 41 to lead all scorers. Then just over a minute to go, Bobcats up 1. Wade the dish to Sean Marion on the move. He lays it in, and Miami regains the lead. It was a 3-point game late. 15 seconds to go. DJ Augustine can't get it to go. The rookie can't believe it. Miami survives 100-96.
Yeah, this is a good Charlotte Bobcat team. They just like us. They're scrappy. They're a little bigger than us, but they're scrappy. They play to the very end. They play kind of like us, so we knew it was going to be a tough game.
The rebounds that you had late in this game were huge. Did they feel like, as large as they seemed on the floor in the sense of trying to keep the flow from stopping for Charlotte?
Well, yeah, we depend on Udonis and Shine so much to get rebounds, and, us guards got to do a better job of coming back. And at that moment, like Coach keep preaching, get the ones over the top. So I decided to use my athleticism and come over the top and help our team out a little bit.
And welcome to the Daily Dime. I'm John Anik. After winning just 4 of their first 19 games, the Minnesota Timberwolves fired head coach Randy Whitman Monday, just 2 days after a 23-point home loss to the lowly Clippers. VP of Basketball Operations Kevin McHale relieved of his GM duties so he could replace Whitman on the bench. Now, whether McHale was promoted or demoted is up for debate. What is clear, however, is that his new job is to get results from the roster he assembled in his old job.
I thought about it for a while, and I thought, well, yeah, I put the guys together. The responsibility falls on me. My wife was 60-40 not to, probably, and maybe more than that. And, I was sitting there and wondering, and I guess last night when I was at church, I went to 6 o'clock Mass, and I sat there and I got that calm, peaceful feeling. I thought, all right, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I went home, and Lynn gave me her blessing, and so here I am today.
Clearly, this is a situation where if he wants to remain gainfully employed, then he will coach, because he doesn't need to be VP of basketball operations for anybody. He passed up on Brandon Roy. He passed up on O.J. Mayo. He traded Kevin Garnett. A lot of people felt that wasn't the greatest deal in the world for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He refused to put something around KG for years and years, with the exception of the 1 year they went to the Western Conference Finals with Latrell Sprewell and Sam Cassell. Bottom line is that he did not get the job done as an executive. The owner, Glenn Taylor, is saying you better get the job done as a head coach. Otherwise, you won't have a job. And that's why he's the head coach, because he wants to be employed like everybody else in this bad economy.
They call him Superman. Dwight Howard and the Magic on the road against the LA Clippers. Second quarter, Baron Davis drives to the basket, dumps it down underneath for Zach Randolph. He can finish. 21 points on the night for Big Zach. Third quarter, Dwight Howard time in the paint, finishes with the left hand plus the foul, and then the big slam there for number 12. 23 points and 22 rebounds for Howard. Now closing seconds of the third, Baron Davis's range knows no bounds. The Clippers go up 9, but in the fourth quarter, Rashard Lewis took over. The 3 from the corner gave the Magic the lead, and then winding down again, it's Lewis from the wing. He had 18, and the Magic dumps the Clippers 95-88.
Well, we just had to play harder. They outplayed us pretty much the whole entire game until we decided to play. We picked up our intensity level, and we picked up our aggressiveness. When they were trying to get the rebounds, we were blocking out better, and just doing the things we've been talking about all season, and things we need to do to win basketball games.
And there is Mark Ivoroni trying to get his Grizzlies untracked against the shorthanded Rockets. No Ron Artest and no one to guard O.J. Mayo on the perimeter. 2 threes there for the rookie. He had 18 on the night. Second quarter now. Yao Ming gets it down low. The hoop and the harm nicely done with the left hand. Yao had 14. Later in the second, Mayo's floater goes, and the Grizzlies led it by 20. Third quarter, Kyle Lowry misses the wide-open 3, but how about Darko Milicic, the board and the nifty feed to Rudy Gay on the baseline. Gay bides his time and hits the dunk, and Memphis was back up 9, still in the third. Houston makes a run. Luis Scola with the jumper there. We got a 2-point ball game. Later in the third, Hakeem Warwick down low, misses on the first attempt, but follows up his miss for the hoop. The Grizzlies go back up by 6, and then in the fourth, Rudy Gay, nothing but bottom there. The Grizzlies take out the Rockets by 12. Chicago Bulls rookie and top overall pick Derrick Rose missed practice on Monday. He needed 10 stitches to close a gash in his forearm. Rose said he rolled onto a knife while eating an apple on his bed. So maybe they should just go back to Seattle. At 2-19, the Thunder's on pace for the worst record in NBA history, and it hasn't won a game in Oklahoma City in more than a month. Now for some good news. The Golden State Warriors came to town Monday, themselves trying to avoid their first 10-game losing streak in almost 7 years. And there are no ties in the NBA, so someone had to win. And not a whole lot to smile about of late for Don Nelson. His Warriors on the road against the Thunder. Second quarter, Andris Biedrins follows up his miss with a make. Golden State led by 19. Later in the quarter, the loose ball picked up by Jamal Crawford, and he'll coast in for the deuce. Jamal had 19 to lead the Warriors. Now to the fourth quarter, Thunder on the comeback trail, thanks to Kevin Durant, the big jam there in transition. And then later, a little further out, Durant is true from behind the arc. And on the next possession, more from Durant, this time the feed to Nick Collison, and he'll absorb the contact and finish. The Thunder was within 10. Then under a minute to go off the inbounds, Durant gets the friendly roll on the triple, and then seconds later, more from Durant, another 3. He had 41, and the Thunder was within 3. 7-point game late. Durant trying to make it 4, but he's long on the 3, and the Warriors hang on, snapping their 9-game skid, 112-102.
For Kevin Durant, 41 points and 10 rebounds in this game.
I mean, we lost, so all those stats doesn't mean anything. We dug ourselves a big hole early in the game, and it was tough to get out of that. But we fought hard in the last, I would say, 22, 23 minutes of the game. We fought hard, and but we came up short.
And our dunk of the night belongs to Dwayne Wade. He makes a poster with Emeka Okafor as his victim. 41 points on the night for Wade. No deuce louder than that one. The Heat makes it 4 straight wins overall. And that will do it for the Daily Dime. Remember, for complete NBA highlights, as well as John Hollinger and Mark Stein's latest power rankings, just hit up the NBA page at ESPN.com. Thanks for watching The Dime. I'm John Anik. We are back tomorrow.